Good morning everyone and welcome to Rincon Beach in Ventura, California.
Hi, I'm Crosby and I've spent the last 8 months traveling through the US. First with my sister in a Jeep and now in a travel trailer with my boyfriend Dylan.
Welcome to Rookies on the Road.
After a fun and very snowy adventure up north,
We love snow and cold weather.
we decided to pack up and head out west on a 3-month USA road trip.
Let's go!
All while working remotely. We spent the last few weeks in Alabama, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, and are now exploring our final state, California.
So it is a beautiful Monday morning here in California, which means it is a work day. So I thought I would take you guys around on my work day today and show you guys exactly what I do to make this work and travel lifestyle sustainable. There are a ton of things that I've learned in the past few months of doing this, so I will share everything with you today, and yeah, let's get into it. So I just realized that all the B-roll I filmed this morning was in slow motion.
That's not bad.
I didn't know. Thank God I didn't do any talking on the camera. I like talked to the GoPro and not the camera. But yeah, when you see me dramatically making my oatmeal this morning, that was not on purpose. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh. Typically I do work Mondays through Friday. It just kind of depends on the week, but for the most part I'm working at least part of the day. Usually Monday through Wednesday or Thursday are like my busiest days. Typically on Mondays I'll wake up around 6:30 because my client is still on Eastern Standard Time and I'm in California, so I'm 3 hours behind, so 6 a.m. is 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So I'm up pretty early as I can, and the first thing I do is connect to my hotspot. So that's why it's really important for us to find campsites that have good service. So this campsite, for example, we're on Rincon Beach, and it kind of took us a while to find a campsite because we were trying to be budgety, because normally we are staying at free campsites, but in California there's not as many of those options. So we found this site yesterday. It has 5G, like 4 bars of 5G, so we have great service. So this morning, got up, went outside, and connected to my phone hotspot. I just check my emails, I go on social media, I look at any updates that there are in the social media world with my clients, I answer any Slack messages or emails that I have, and then if there's nothing pressing, like if I don't have any phone calls with my client, I'll usually go ahead and start working on an Instagram post or a YouTube video that I'm working on, because I split my time between being a freelance content writer and a content creator for my own personal brand. So this morning, after I checked my emails and kind of attended to my clients, I went on my phone and I created a quick reel about things to do in Joshua Tree National Park, posted that, engaged with my online community, and then I had a couple freelance calls. So I just got off the phone with one of my coworkers, and I'm actually about to go to a coffee shop to upload my YouTube video. That's the other thing. When I'm doing like my normal freelance stuff or just browsing the web, going on social media, I'll use my phone hotspot because I have 15 gigs of mobile hotspot data for the month, and then we also have an external Verizon MiFi in case we blow through that data. So typically what I try to do is if I'm uploading something huge to the internet, like a YouTube video, I will usually try and go find Wi-Fi so that I'm not using my mobile hotspot. I have used it once or twice when I was desperate and ended up blowing through my hotspot data for that month. So I try and find a coffee shop or something that I can use. And so today I'm going to try and find a coffee shop nearby that I can go upload my video. So what I do for this typically is I'll go to my phone, I'll go to Wi-Fi Finder, and this app is really helpful for finding the fastest Wi-Fi in the area. Sometimes it's limited depending on the location, but I'm gonna see how it is here. I really haven't checked. So a lot of the spots are hotels, which is not helpful. This is a restaurant. What is this? Carl's Jr. You can see the speed, so it's not great, but let's try somewhere else. Okay, I'm not finding anything yet. Okay, so next I'll just go to Google Maps, type in coffee shop. So there's a Starbucks. Starbucks is kind of hit or miss. There's also a train that passes by. The other thing you have to consider is, depending on where you are when you're traveling, because of COVID, it may or may not be open for in-store dining.
Commercial places.
Yeah, a lot of Starbucks I've noticed, they
McDonald's.
don't. McDonald's and Starbucks in many places that are typically pretty open, I've noticed are still primarily takeout only. So this Starbucks, all the Starbucks I'm seeing here, for example, are all takeout only. And most of the other ones that I see, I usually try and go to local spots because that's more fun and I want to support the local community. But again, it's pretty hit or miss. So since these are all takeout, I'll usually end up sitting in the car and uploading from there, which is annoying, but whatever. Done that a few times. We'll head there. Okay, 12 minutes away. And then the other thing that I do, that Dylan and I do quite a bit, is we go to the Verizon coverage map. And, you know, if we're booking a campsite or going to stay somewhere and it doesn't have the cell service reviews in the description, because most will say like 3 to 4 bars of Verizon or no service at all. So if it doesn't have that, we'll go to the Verizon coverage map and we'll put in the location of that place, and you can see the darker the red, the stronger the connections. Ventura, California, where we are right now, and it pretty much is good. So if I can't connect to Wi-Fi, I will use my mobile hotspot and probably end up using our external hotspot later in the month when I finish with my data. So that is my typical process. So let's go to Starbucks and see if we can connect to their Wi-Fi, and if not, we will return and use the mobile hotspot. I just got to the next Starbucks, and the parking lot that I'm in is behind the building, so it doesn't even show up the Wi-Fi here. So I just walked around to the other side and connected to it, and it has decent speed. I always do speed check to test the upload and download speed, and it's like fine. I'm gonna try it out, and if not, I'm gonna try out the downtown Ventura Wi-Fi, which I doubt is that great. So I'm gonna go try and find better parking around the other side, so I can sit in the car and upload rather than sit outside, so I can keep charging the computer. So let's go see how this goes. So we're gonna go look. It's way easier when we're in cities that are open, obviously. California is still pretty closed up with certain places, especially Starbucks. And all of the cafes that I've seen so far are takeout only. So it is pretty difficult like this. So this is gonna be a challenge, and I will not be surprised if I end up having to connect to my hotspot. Ah! I literally can't even go in there. No! The entire street's blocked off for cars. It's like pedestrians only. I'm gonna go sit outside and connect. This is gonna be so interesting, guys. I'm so happy you're on this journey with me. I low-key don't think this is gonna work. I look so sketchy just sitting out here by myself on the sidewalk. All right, so that was a total fail. The Wi-Fi was not a thing at all, and I connected to my hotspot and it's already 6% uploaded. So now I'm just walking around this cute street trying to find a bench, holding my laptop. Everyone's staring at me. It's whatever. And like, my rationale for this is I paid for 2 hours of parking. I'm just gonna sit in the beautifulness until my computer's about to die, and then I'll go back to the car. I'm not just gonna sit in the car. It's a beautiful day. This is a great street. So I'm gonna try to soak it up while I can. Okay, so I'm back in the car. Walking around the town was not very successful. There was not a bench in sight. So I've been sitting in here for about the last, I'd say hour and a half. I did my work call and I uploaded my YouTube video at the same time. So we're currently at 88% uploaded, which is pretty good. I have one time sat at a Starbucks for 3 hours. So if it says 9 minutes left on uploading, we still have the processing and then the ad monetization checks, but I'd say we probably will have it uploaded in a half hour to 40 minutes. So I'm thinking, I'm very hungry, and I want to get a few things at the store. I want to get some wine and ingredients for a charcuterie board so me and Dylan can have a nice night on the beach tonight. So I'm thinking I just leave my laptop open next to me, drive to a nearby supermarket and get some food while I wait for it to upload, because there's good service everywhere pretty much. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm feeling a little bit impatient. It is 2:18 and I haven't eaten lunch yet. So I want to get back to the trailer soon so I can make some food. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying this so far. This is so realistic. I am so glad I'm sharing this on here. And yeah, I'm really excited to keep sharing more of my remote work adventures, especially when I start traveling internationally, because that's going to be a whole other thing, even crazier probably. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, so far things are great. And yeah, let's head to a nearby supermarket and get some food. So I just finished getting all the groceries. I come back in the car and everything is ready to upload. I am so happy right now. I'm gonna upload it and then head back to the trailer, finish up some work, and then have a lovely evening. And I am in a great mood. So I've been home for a bit, but I just figure it's such a beautiful day. I haven't been to the beach in like months. I'm going to the beach, okay? I'm gonna lay out. So this really sums up why working and traveling is such an amazing experience, because, you know, it does require a little bit more work in my opinion, just in terms of finding service and doing things that you wouldn't have to necessarily do if you were in an office or at home. But then you're done working and you get to explore wherever in the world you are. Like, I've never been to the Pacific Ocean before, and here I am after work just walking on the beach, enjoying myself. Literally, like, I'm just so happy, and I just try to soak up these moments, because this is why I do this. And you know, when you can kind of realize that in the moment, it's the most rewarding thing. So I'm just having a really, really nice afternoon, and yeah, I'm just happy. Ready? A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. It's charcuterie board time. Yeah. It's crackhead time. The sun's going down. You know what that means.
Crosby, it's a Monday. A Monday. Monday.
It's time to party. Okay, guys. So I just filmed a whole thing of making this beautiful charcuterie board, and didn't know that the card had completely filled up. So this is the final product. You didn't get to see me making it, but it's very beautiful. We got cheese, crackers, carrots, hummus, grapes, and Dylan's meat.